AD Cook.
And your role with the gallery, or I mean the exhibit.
I'm an exhibiting artist with the Lustrous exhibit with 3 paintings out of about 60 that are on display.
So to begin, can you kind of tell me about the Luster exhibit? How long has it been going on, and kind of some of the areas it's been to?
Okay, so absolutely. The Lustrous exhibit launched in 2018 at the Daytona the Museum of Arts and Sciences in Daytona Beach, Florida. And it's been traveling. This is the 14th museum, so it's been traveling all around the country to large museums, very notable museums across the United States. There's a couple more left on the tour, as my understanding.
Can you tell me what kind of feedback, or I guess, what have you heard from people that have been in here and kind of seen these pieces?
The response has been amazing, very positive. I think the level of work. It's such a privilege to be included in this show. So I think the work has been very positive. Even people who aren't motorcycle people or car people seem to be responding so well to these pieces.
Why don't you tell me, you're here kind of in a dual role. You're kind of the representative of Luster, but also you're artist. Can you just tell me about your work as an artist?
I'm that kid that was drawing and painting, from first grade. And I started drawing cars when I was in junior high school and motorcycles later. I'm mostly known back in the day. I did all the murals for the Hollywood video stores for about 5 years. And then after that, I started doing my motorcycles and figurative paintings. And so I went from big giant murals to 4, 5, 6 square feet or feet by 6 feet, 20, 30 square foot paintings mostly. So larger works. And I've just painted my whole life. I just love drawing and painting all forms of art, really.
Okay. I'm behind the camera for a reason.
That's where I'm most comfortable.
When I think about, it's always about realism, and when I think about painting a motorcycle, I think of it being static. But when I look at these, there's so much going on in the actual portrayal of the motorcycle, and then just the reflections.
Right.
Can you tell me about the challenges of doing something, because this does not look easy at all?
No, it's a blast. I love getting lost in it. The Indian motorcycle painting, one of my favorite parts is how the chrome reflects in the chrome reflecting back into the chrome. So it's kind of like a mirror looking into a mirror scenario. And it was actually created for Airbrush Action magazine in 2000. I wrote an article on how to create the illusion of chrome in a painting. And so this painting is kind of known for that as a chrome, and I love this. Like you say, you can build and hide so much into just even a small piece of chrome. That's one of the reasons I love these cars, is they have so much chrome. It's like there's stories within stories.
Just being here a few minutes, seeing just a couple people look at your work, and there's kind of like Easter eggs, hidden elements. Can you tell me about those?
Yeah, I like to hide things, little surprises, and not all my paintings, but most of my paintings, more so as I've gotten older, so over the last several years. The motorcycle painting over here with the 103 has 103 little skulls hidden within the soap bubbles. The American painting, I've hidden my signature in the carburetor embossed in the service part of it. So all of them have little things, the Indian motorcycles reflecting a park where I photographed the painting. So it has the tree lines and all that fun scenario. Like you say, you can paint just a motorcycle, but you can put it in a setting just by including that little story in the drawing.
Is there anything you want to say about other artists? I know you had mentioned one of the late artists has her work here, but is there any other thing that you want to highlight about the others that have kind of let their work go on?
Again, I'm just so honored to hang with these artists because they really are. There's some just absolutely amazing work. Everything in the show is original paintings, and so there's something you get out of looking at an original painting as opposed to a reproduction. I think so much gets lost in the reproduction. So to me, I enjoy looking at these paintings up close, seeing how they were created, seeing what inspires them, and I've gotten to know a couple of the artists over the last couple of years. And, it's just been a huge opportunity to connect with fellow artists, people who have a similar appreciation for these machines.
I think lastly, we're going to have some people from Northeast Indiana here tonight. It's kind of like the members thing, and then more people from the public through the next year. What do you hope they take away from this?
I hope that they realize that cars, they don't just happen by accident. There's a lot of talent that goes into creating the cars, and there's a lot of talent and energy that goes into glorifying them or celebrating them, whether it be on canvas or metal or whatever your medium is. I just think that whole art thing, cars are one of the most creative, inspired things that we can all relate to. We all have a car, we all love cars, they're approachable, and so I think just that appreciation, cars have so much personality, so much happening. I hope that people stop to actually appreciate them for the details. That goes into it.
Sorry.
No.
I just thought of a question. As someone from Las Vegas, you paint stuff like this all the time, but I imagine it's kind of an eye-opening thing to step foot in this museum because of its rich history and massive collection. What were your first thoughts as you?
We have nothing like this in Vegas. There are a couple small car collections, but there's nothing as awesome and this is overwhelming. I could spend days here just looking. We have a different kind of enthusiasm for cars in Vegas. A lot of sports cars, a lot of newer cars, but you'll never see a collection like this, at least not currently in Vegas. So for me, that's great. Not everything is in Vegas, the real stuff that's happening outside.
Anything else I didn't ask you about that you think needs to be mentioned?
Not that I can really think. I just, again, I'm excited to be here. I hope to visit again before the show, and this in 6 months, because, like I said, I could spend far more than a couple hours here. I just hope that people come out and check it out, not just for the artwork, but, this amazing museum, but I think probably people are not as aware of this. So I hope this draws some attention to, the cars, the art in the museum, the whole experience.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're good to go. So,